Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're on that one, by the way. You're a professional, for crying out loud. You've been on TV before.
Yes, I have. Well, there's not a red light on those to tell you which one's which.
Well, there is actually. It's just very small.
Boy, it is. I can see it now.
Yeah. Just terrifically small. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Len Wells. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. Going to have a good time, and we hope we'll bring you a good, bright day here on Thursday, July 11th.
That's July, yeah.
Thursday, July 11th. What is going on in the neighborhood today? I'm going to take you off camera if you're
That's
going to
great.
be okay with that, because you ought to have things to do here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You got business to take care of.
I got business to take care of.
Business.
Oh, no, that's right. It is business. It's not business. But some business is over at the Grace United Methodist Church.
Glory!
In Salem. This is going to be that kind of day.
Yep, sure enough.
That's cool. Roar Vacation Bible School today is age 3 to 5, age 3 to 5th grade. Back up, rewind, let's redo that.
Sounds
the
like
5th grade. Salem Community High School students can also earn iPad hours by volunteering. Register at GraceUMCSalem.org if you want.
I have an iPad at home.
You had a question.
I have an iPad. I wear it sometimes. On this right eye. This right one's just not right, so sometimes I have to wear an iPad. I don't know. I never did get any points for it though.
You'll like this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Also today at the Elks Club in Centralia, it's the Marion County Retired Teachers meeting.
Oh my!
They are meeting at 11:38. Marcus Holland, the director of the Centralia Chamber of Commerce, will be the guest speaker.
Oh.
He'll be talking about the Centralia Balloon Festival, and all retired teachers are encouraged to attend, and also encouraged to like the Marion County Retired Teachers Facebook page.
Will they have the baby Trump balloon? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
That's probably
wrong part of the country for one thing.
That probably hasn't made the trip from. How did that? By the way, since you brought it up,
I just shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. No, that's fine. How did they get that thing from Britain to the United States?
I'd say probably airmailed it. Probably it folds up and
did they
weighs
fly
a lot. I know.
Did they fly it over?
Oh yeah. It's freight.
Oh no, I meant fly it.
No. They folded it out
the wrong direction.
It was shipped. I'm sure. Wrong direction for prevailing wind.
That's exactly right. No, the reason I mentioned the
that's a big deal. The balloon thing is a big deal in Centralia. Huge. You ever been?
No, I never have been.
I have. It's awesome.
It's coming up. We'll hopefully talk about that. Also today in Flora, Pastor Mike is going to be at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center. That's at 11 a.m. today.
Amen.
Mary Kinley will be playing piano at Heritage Woods today. And that is at 12:30. So you can go get preached up by Pastor Mike, and then head over to your friends at Heritage Woods.
Do you know if does she play anything that Wolfie wrote?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll ask her.
I'm not sure if she does or not. I'm not sure. Well, you'll be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll be there. Also, Sips for a Cause is tonight, and this is from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Tuscan Hills Winery. I have a picture.
Where is that? I've never heard of that place.
Well, there it is right there. There's the poster the Sips for a Cause. They're going to have a night of fun and relaxation.
I'll bet.
They're going to have a yoga session with local instructor Casey Metzlars.
You're kidding. That's Metzler's.
Metzler,
yeah. Okay.
There's 2 A's in there.
I don't care if there's 30 A's. It's Metzler. I'm probably wrong, but that's okay.
Some mats will be provided. Bring one if you can. And they are also raffling off $50 worth of lottery tickets. Swan, by the way, provides domestic violence, adult protection, and homeless services. They do a great job. It's a wonderful thing. The surprising thing to me there, Len Wells, is the mixing and matching of the wine and yoga.
Yeah. Well, the wine loosens you up to do yoga.
Do you partake in yoga?
I tried it one time and pulled every muscle in my body. I said, I'll never do that again. It was dreadful.
with
well, I got into the that's another whole story. Then.
We might get into Len getting into yoga here in a little bit.
I got into the sleeping dog position, and that's where I stayed, basically.
All right, the sleeping dog.
Sleeping dog yoga position.
I'm not even going to go any further. Speaking.
Oh yeah, speaking of dogs.
Speaking of dogs, you didn't even know this. You didn't even know this.
Yeah.
July 11th.
Okay.
Is All-American Pet Photo Day.
Oh.
All-American Pet Photo Day is July 11th. Be sure to charge your camera. Get out there and take adorable pictures of your pets, whether they are the four-legged furry kind or the more serpentine
snakes and things of that nature,
or whatever. Take the pictures and
what do you do with them after you take them?
You put them on. How do you observe that? Is you put them on social media.
That's cool. I like that.
Dress them up, take them to the park, set them in a chair, put them in a fancy pillow, or whatever your imagination creates for a unique photograph of your loved one. Post on social media using hashtag #AllAmericanPetPhotoDay.
Yeller, my yellow lab came in the house yesterday and drank out of the toilet. That'd be a good picture, wouldn't it?
He's not wearing anything, though. I mean, they're supposed to be red, white, and blue. Like
I see.
Like this particular dog.
That is a cool dog.
That is that is Jocko.
Oh yes, Jocko is a wonderful dog.
Yeah,
I've met Jocko personally.
You have met Jocko, and actually we have a couple of ideas here for dressing up your pet.
I like it.
There's Jocko, and there are the three dogs and that ugly fella behind them wearing their St. Louis Cardinal gear.
That is very awesome. I like that.
I
have to dress up Yeller the Wonder
wearing
Dog.
Their St. Louis Cardinal gear, and Jocko's got a Budweiser necklace there.
That's cool.
See.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well,
very nice. Very nice.
It is All-American Pet Day.
Well, I think the 11th. I'll remember that.
July 11th. You know what, of course, also July 11th is?
I have no idea.
It is, if you write down the date, July 11th, that you would, in numeral form.
7/11/19?
This is 7-Eleven. National 7-Eleven Day.
Well, that's
July
like you were talking about the convenience store 7-Eleven?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Celebrated National 7-Eleven Day as for years and years and years. They usually give away free Slurpees or some kind of maybe money off a Slurpee. But this year they are also giving out brain freeze tips.
Brain freeze tips.
Yes.
Wow, it has to do with the nerves in your palate, I think.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know how to defeat brain freeze?
I do not.
As quickly
Drink
as
something
you can?
hot.
First, number one, put the drink down.
Okay, makes sense.
Put the drink down. Number two, sip from a warmer liquid.
Well, of course, that's what I just said.
I'm just saying that was number two.
Okay.
Just take it easy.
Room temperature beer.
If warmer liquid isn't available, press your tongue against the roof of your mouth.
Your palate. How about that?
That must be that must be the nerves or something.
Yes.
Cover your mouth and blow and nose with your hand. Go like that.
Then you basically do a little rebreathing.
Breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose. This allows warmer air to circulate through your sinus passages. And number six, return to drinking your Slurpee at a slower pace.
Well, come outside. I've learned something today.
I'm glad to have been able to.
Thank you so much,
I'm
Uncle
glad
Bruce.
to have been able to help in some small way.
Nice,
I really am.
nice.
What's on Wabash? What do you want to watch on TV today?
Be something good.
It's the Wayne County Fair. They're having a big 4-H auction tonight. That's at 5 o'clock on Wabash Catch TV right here on Channel 3, Channel 25, or Channel 100. And we'll have that live for you. You might want to see the cattle and the sheep and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yes.
Come out. It's a wonderful deal for the kids. Major League Baseball back in action tonight. One game only. The Houston Astros are at the Texas Rangers. Hiccups. That'll be on 7 p.m. on ESPN Channel 601. From Frombler Valdez. His name is Frombler.
Frombler?
Frambler.
Sounds like something Chrysler used to make.
That's what I was thinking, like a Rambler.
Yeah, Frombler.
Was that a Chrysler?
Rambler was a
Ford, wasn't it?
Dodge Rambler.
Dodge?
I don't know. I think it was Ford. Ford Rambler.
I thought it was a Ford. I thought it was a Ford. He'll be going against Lance Lynn.
Push-button transmission.
He'll be going against Lance Lynn, the former Cardinal. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora, Channel 100 or Channel 25, and same thing in Louisville, Sisney, Jeff, over at Albion, Browns, West Salem, north of Fairfield. We're getting there. We'll be there immediately. We're going to get the Mill Shoals.
Boy, are you serious? I
am
hope
serious.
so.
I hope so. Bus wreck.
I am excited to hear that.
My guest today is Len Wells. We're going to come back. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about a wide variety of subjects. Do stick around. We'll be right back after these. Stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. This is Len Wells.
The one, the only, the man, the legend.
The one and the only. Len
Friend
Wells.
of those who have no friends.
I think I'm going to switch cameras on you. Just
this one here?
I'm going to switch to that one.
Ooh,
there.
the light came on, didn't it?
We are now
And
on
I
that
did
one.
not.
Yeah. The light's on.
I can't see. I've got bad eyes. You know that. I barely could drive up here today.
I think the light's on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a wide variety of subjects with Len Wells, but I understand that you have taken on a new vocation. Kind of old. What's old is new again, right?
Well, they dragged me. I was dragged out of retirement against my will. No, seriously. The Carmi Chronicle newspaper is owned and operated by the same folks with the Navigator Journal in Grayville and the Albion Journal Register.
Prairie Post.
Prairie Post. And anyway, they also own the Carmi Chronicle. And Jeff Skaggs had been the editor of the Carmi Chronicle, and he took a different job.
Okay.
Here about 2 months ago, I guess it was. And Joellen Seal, Pat Seal's widow, and co-owner of that newspaper.
Everybody remembers, well, most folks probably know Joanne. But everybody remembers her
Swamp.
Swamper.
Yeah, Swamper.
Pat Seal.
Pat Seal passed a year or two ago. But anyway, Joellen called me up.
I bet you it's 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, it probably has been. Gosh,
I bet it's at
time
least
flies.
3, yeah.
Joellen calls me up and says, Len, we're in a bind. Want to know if I would step in and kind of help out until they found a new editor. And so I've been basically trying to keep that paper afloat. And doing a lot of writing, and making sure that
keep that paper afloat.
Well, by that I meant from a content standpoint.
I see. Okay, all right.
No. The paper's
throwing
doing great.
money into the thing.
No, the paper's
fine.
that was a bad choice of words.
Paper's in fine shape.
It really is. But what I meant was in terms of content.
I see.
I cover a lot of meetings. I do a lot of writing, and I write a couple of columns. So
you've continued writing your column even though you're no longer in the Evansville Courier. Correct?
That's correct.
You continued writing your column for the Grayville paper and
it gets published in the Carmi Chronicle as well.
Okay, but you had been doing just one a week.
Yes, now I do 2 a week. One column is just the Len Wells column, and the other one is Uncle Skeet.
The Uncle Skeet column.
The Uncle Skeet column, which is a fictional character that I've made up.
We'll talk a little bit more about Uncle Skeet later.
He's not right.
Uncle Skeet isn't right.
Not right.
One of our joys of whenever Len. By the way, thank you again for coming in.
I'm happy to be here.
This is like the 4th time or something like
man.
that. Fourth or
apparently
fifth.
You can't find anybody.
Yeah, it's just terrible getting guests. But yeah, dude. So do you enjoy being back? And you're a retired man.
Yeah.
You're as I like to say, a gentleman farmer.
Well, that's true. I started out in newspapers, and now I'm back to newspapers. And it's great. It makes me feel good. It keeps my brain going. I like staying active, and I like it. I really do. I enjoy writing. I truly do, and it's a lot of writing.
I was going to say, how much when you sit down to write a column, how much time? I'm certain it varies from one to another, but how much time typically goes into the construction, as opposed to an Uncle Skeet column, which I can understand you've already got a story in mind. But on a Len Wells column, you're basically starting from scratch.
That's correct.
How long does that usually? What's the process? How long?
If I have a good idea what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to write about, and by the time I write it and rewrite it and read it over 6 or 8 or 10 times before I hit send, a couple of hours.
Well, now you have to send it to yourself because you're the editor.
But it still goes to the other papers too. So.
Well, I guess that's true. Now, but also, who edits? Presumably,
I edit myself.
You edit yourself for content and for grammar.
Yeah.
There's got to be a copy editor, isn't there?
No
copy editor.
No, I don't need no stinking copy editor. Steve Hartsock looks things over.
Oh, good.
I don't want to drop the F-bomb in a column or something like that.
You've done it numerous times.
Of course. But seriously, he kind of looks over my shoulder, and that's good. That's good because sometimes I get really into something and may have either left out something or put something in that doesn't belong.
Is Steve now the editor in chief there at Grayville, or
I think he's the business manager,
the backstop, and
business manager / sales manager? Yeah.
Is he still doing it? Does he do any writing at all?
I don't think so. I probably shouldn't have said that, but he's got his finger in a lot of pots down there. But he basically is a sales manager and business manager.
We just talked about this being 7-Eleven Day, and coming up next week, or I believe the Tuesday,
July the 20th.
Well, Tuesday's the takeoff. The
20th is the actual.
The 20th is the
stepping upon the moon.
We're going to talk about.
I know that date very well.
We are going to. You do know July 20th. That would have been the day you turned 20.
That's correct.
You turned 20 on the 20th.
There you go.
50 years ago.
Wow. It's amazing.
Seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
Well, actually, it does.
I bet it does. So when we come, I'm sitting here thinking about when I was 20, and it seems like I can't remember it.
Well, yeah, it's because you're like 84.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest is Len Wells. We're going to talk about the moon landing.
What?
And Apollo and your.
You mean the Apollo liquor store in Evansville?
That's exactly
That's
what we're
kind of what I thought.
We'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't thank enough Mr. Len Wells for taking time out of his busy schedule down in Carmi. He is the Carmi Chronicle. By the way,
as long as you know, I did gather eggs this morning. I gathered eggs for you. Just
look at that.
Aren't
Look
those
at
beautiful?
Gentleman farmer Len Wells.
Bringing you brown eggs.
Gentlemanly again. Now that's the thing. How many eggs are prepared every day?
8 per day. Oh, you mean fixed as in eaten? Or just, the chickens do about 8 a day. 8 a day.
So you.
I gathered these this morning.
So you and your lovely bride Nancy have been able to pull away from the table just for a few days so that I could have some eggs.
Absolutely. It's kind of our ministry. We give eggs away to our friends and loved ones. I mean that sincerely.
As your ministry.
Well, not a ministry, but we share the bounty of our chickens.
That's wonderful.
We don't sell them.
I'm wondering
a Wabash coffee mug would be nice though. I mean, but anyway, no, we don't sell our eggs.
I used to have. That's what I used to give. I gave you one.
You did?
I give those away. I used to give those away to guests for being on the show, and then I ran out of mugs.
You ran out before you gave me one, and that's okay.
You were the guest on the first show. How
I got one like that?
I think so.
I don't think so. I got one like that from where your wife works. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off the topic. Never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm wondering what the Tao of Len Wells would be. What is the religion if Len Wells did have a ministry?
Wow, that's too deep for me, man.
We'll think about that.
way deep for me.
Yeah, I probably will.
I'll go to communion after a while.
All right. Now tell me where you were 50 years ago, July 20th, 2019. 50 years ago from 2019, so back on July 20th, 1969.
I had just returned from the St. Louis Induction Center. Mm-hmm. As in Military Induction Center. I had just joined the United States Air Force, and before I could take the oath and everything, you had to go take a physical.
Okay.
And some other stuff you got to go through at the Induction Center in St. Louis.
Sure.
And I had every expectation that after the physical, they would say, get on the plane and you're going somewhere. Yeah, because once I got there, that was it. There was no going back home.
Yeah.
Until
that's usually once you get there, you're
assigned somewhere.
You're assigned to probably Leonard Wood or wherever.
So I joined the Air.
Actually, it would have been to San Antonio.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Well, I had joined the Air Force basically because I did not want to be drafted. I wasn't avoiding the draft. I just decided to join the Air Force so that I would have a choice
in how to serve.
Exactly. Because I knew my draft number was coming up.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I went to the induction center, didn't pass the physical for a number of reasons, some eye problems, one thing and another. Went back home, and I believe it was the next day, very close to the next day is when the moon landing was.
Really?
And I was at my in-laws' house, the Seal house.
Mm-hmm.
Bill.
So you're already married?
Yeah, Bill and Mary Seal's house.
On your birthday?
On my birthday, on Short Street in Grayville, Illinois, 62844. And they had it on the TV. And we all gathered around the TV, and I just recall it not being a real clear picture. And even the pictures you see today of the walking on the moon is not real clear. I mean, it's kind of fuzzy, and that's the technology of the day is what it was. Mm-hmm. But I remember vividly seeing that.
Personally, I've been of the mind that I thought I remembered this. I was 2 years old. I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, and then I said, man, there's no way I remember that. I'm probably conflating it with one of the other moon landings.
Could be, of which there were there are others.
But I mean, watching the guy get out, I can remember looking at the TV, and we had watching the TV in the corner of the room and watching the guy get out of the ship.
Sure.
But it might have been one of the other times because I don't have any recollection.
Because you were very young, and that's just what it was.
But that's what everybody did.
I remember it vividly, and like I said, the one thing I remember is the pictures were kind of fuzzy, but it was a monumental event.
You went to school in the 1960s. What was there the difference now with the focus on the space race in the 1960s versus even the 80s or 90s? When your kids were in school?
Say that again. What was the difference?
Yeah, what was the difference? How much difference was there? Did you guys talk about after Kennedy, when you were 11 years old or 12 years old, after Kennedy said we're going to be at the moon by the end of the decade? Did the kids get all behind it and were enthusiastic?
Yeah, they were. And I'll tell you what else we watched very closely was what the Russians were doing. And Sputnik. We remember Sputnik. We remember seeing Sputnik go across the sky. You could see it.
Oh, you could see it?
Yeah, you could see it, a little dot. You could see it move. Yeah, I remember that. And so we talked a lot about that. And it was a space race, truly a space race. And we were wondering, are they going to defeat us in terms of beating us and everything like that? And then everything just snowballed, and the America, just took off like gangbusters in the space industry and left everybody else in the dust.
See, that's one of the other things about school at that time. I did probably until about third or fourth, fifth grade. We still went through the climb under your desk. Things.
Oh, let me tell you something. The Cold War was raging when I was a kid, and they had, believe it or not, they had a record, as in a 78 or not 78, 33 and a third record that they would play that over the loudspeaker throughout the school. That was a mock announcement of an invasion.
Really?
Yeah, it scared.
See, now that I don't remember.
It would scare the pants off of you.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, and so we were then instructed of what to do when this message came across. Get under your table, do this, do that, and everything else. We knew where the fallout shelters were in our community. And
Did you really?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We knew where they were. And but when you were in school, you were instructed, duck and cover.
When I was in school, we still had, you could still find, they probably just because they hadn't cleaned out the school yet, but you could still find the potable water.
Oh, absolutely.
Buckets.
And then they had crackers, big 55-gallon drums of crackers.
See, now I never saw that.
Sealed. And that was, once you get in these fallout shelters, you had to have food and water, and basically just kind of crackers and water. I mean, there's more than that, but I mean, that's essentially what it was. Well, but the Cold War is what we talked about more than space, because we were...
Yeah, it was affecting you daily.
Yeah, and, fallout, we do these nuclear explosions out west and worrying about fallout, coming over, and don't eat ice cream made out of snow because it's got radiation in it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We were instructed, don't make ice cream snow ice cream because of radioactive fallout. When I was a kid.
No kidding.
Yeah, because of all
they never even said that to us.
Yeah, because,
Well, they quit testing.
Exactly.
Above ground testing.
It was all below ground then. But back then, there was above ground testing. That stuff went up in the atmosphere, caught the prevailing winds, and fallout created a problem.
It's a different world.
And you don't ever want to eat yellow snow either. No! Can't you hear me?
Did they say that too?
Yeah.
Don't make snow ice cream and don't eat yellow snow.
That's it. Yeah.
I got to tell you can't blame you can't blame
that's
folks
words to live by.
You can't blame folks for trying to be prepared.
Absolutely. But I'm not the only person that remembers fallout shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's the thing.
Capacity so many on the sign.
The thing is, folks today don't know. I mean, I'm above the median age about 10 years now, and there are kids from 40 and younger. They don't know anything about any of this kind of stuff.
No.
They don't pay any attention to it. That's great. We're reminiscing here. I've got Len Wells here. We're talking about a wide variety of subjects. He is a converted hockey fan.
Oh,
and when we get back, we're going to talk about the Blues,
jalapeno.
and as well as maybe even the women's soccer team, the United States women's soccer team.
Rapinoe.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Cats TV. Rapinoe.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rapinoe. We'll be right back after these. Do stick around.
I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction. with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We were whispering.
Yes, we were.
Because you saw that the picture was back on, but you didn't know if the mic were on. And I was whispering too.
Be very, very quiet.
All right. Did you, over the past month, become as enamored with the St. Louis Blues as I did? I'm wearing my Blues color.
And you should. And I think I got a little blue in my shirt here. But yes, I did. I got into
You're a big hockey fan. You've been a gigantic hockey fan for like 50 years.
My good friend Ken Clore and I went to one hockey match in St. Louis.
You know they're called,
at the old Checker Dome.
You know they're called games.
Games,
not matches.
Okay, hockey game at the Checker Dome.
Yeah.
And I said I'd never ever do that again because I totally did not understand the game, didn't understand the rules. They were just skating up and down and then beating each other. That's all I could figure out. So we left about 10 minutes into the game, and
you left during the game.
Absolutely. I don't even know who they were playing. It was a game, you said, not a match. Be that as it may.
Yes, it's a game.
So fast forward about 35 years, the Blues started their season out stinking up the joint. They really did, and nobody in the world thought, the only Stanley Cup they were going to get is from the Stanley Steamer place.
There you go. Yeah.
And anyway, but they turned things around, and it became exciting. And Nancy and my wife Nancy and I got caught up in it. We were sitting there at the house, and we watched the last 3 matches. And one of the things games last 3 games. But my point is, the Stanley Cup Finals, it seems like it goes on forever. How many games are there?
There were 7. There were 7 matches.
Of 7.
There were 7 best of 7.
Games, you idiot. You said games? Now there's matches. It's games.
Yeah. It's the final.
Best of
Stanley
7.
Cup Finals.
No.
Final. In hockey, they call it a final.
Okay, I understand. It's not finals.
It's the last 2 teams. No, in basketball, it's the final.
Okay, you get the last 2.
The hockey folks are very particular. They call it the Stanley Cup Final.
Okay, help me with this.
All right.
Now you got the last 2 teams.
The Blues and the Bruins.
And they played how many games?
7.
So best of 7.
Best of 7.
I watched the last 3 games in that series, in which the Blues won the Stanley Cup, and it was exciting.
They won Game 5, they lost Game 6, and won Game 7.
Exactly, and it was exciting. We enjoyed it. We sat there with I felt like a fool a couple of times. We were sitting there with our iPads. Both of us had our iPads.
That's how people watch TV these days. Anyway.
It is apparently. Yeah. But anyway, so and so was called for icing. I said, "What's icing?" There's on there something about the cake.
What's icing?
Did he have it on his skate or something? He had some icing on his. Anyway, so we had to look that up. That's what that is.
That's when the puck goes down behind the goal line.
Right. With no defenders or something.
And having been passed 2-line pass back.
Well, anyway, I finally figured that out, and then there was something else at another offside. We looked that up, but anyway, it became exciting, and so now I went from I hate hockey. I would never ever go back to another game.
Hockey, ladies and gentlemen. I've heard it before.
That's true. But we sat there and enjoyed every minute of it.
Did you end up watching? Did you go to then or watch the parade?
No, I did not.
I was at.
I think I saw highlights of it. No, I didn't. I
was at the parade.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was at the parade with about 500,000 or 1 million of my friends.
Now my nephew, who is a St. Louis police cadet, he was there helping with crowd control.
Really?
He's going to be a St. Louis police officer when he graduates in November.
I probably saw him. There were
some cadets
numerous.
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of uniformed officers too.
A lot of people not in uniform that had like the police insignia and stuff on their.
But anyway, yeah, he was there, but I did not go. I wish I had now, but I don't like.
I was informed of something just a little while ago that someone who probably deserved a parade passed here recently.
Yeah, who would that be?
It was a fine young woman.
I knew you'd do it. You could do it, and you did.
Fine woman from where was she from? Carmi?
Terre Haute.
Terre Haute. Eva Moses Core.
Eva Moses Core passed
Tell
away.
me the story of Eva Moses Core.
And by the way, Eva spoke right here in Florida not very long ago.
Really?
Yes.
How did I not get her on my show? I never heard about this.
I don't know. Calvin Booth, you know Calvin?
Sure, love Calvin.
Calvin was I think he was one of those instrumental in bringing her to Florida for a speaking engagement. Well, anyway, Eva Core, 85 years old, passed away July 4th in Krakow, Poland.
Okay.
At the time of her death, she was leading a tour group, which she did every summer, to Auschwitz, to the concentration camps. She's a Holocaust survivor.
Right. She was in the camp.
She was in Auschwitz. When she was 10 years old, Eva and her sister, Miriam Moses,
twin sister,
Miriam Core, were taken to Auschwitz. And they became subjects of Joseph Mengele's horrible experiments on twins.
I'm trying to remember, was he the... what was he?
He wasn't the butcher. That's not the one.
He wasn't the butcher of Auschwitz. He was the Dr. Death or something.
Yes, he did. He did unspeakable experiments, but he loved doing experiments on twins. And Eva and her sister Miriam went into Auschwitz when they were 10 years old, and underwent unspeakable experiments at the hand of Joseph Mengele. Well, anyway, the Soviets came and of course. Liberated the Auschwitz camp, and she went back to Poland and found out that all of her parents were dead and gone, had been rounded up and killed.
Most of her family.
All of her family. Except for her
sister.
So she's living her life, and then winds up in the United States. But
did her sister come to the United States too?
Yes, I believe so. But in 1978, NBC did a miniseries called The Holocaust.
Right.
And she was one of the
people. Meryl Streep was in it for
Eva Core was one of the people that they interviewed for that
technical
series.
Advisor.
Exactly. So Eva decided after that series came out that she would become more vocal about people need to remember the Holocaust so it never happens again. So
absolutely right.
So she began doing
Holocaust deniers are
a lot of public speaking, lots and lots of public speaking. In fact, then founded a Holocaust museum in Terre Haute, Indiana.
I didn't know that.
Still exists today. It's called the Candles Museum.
Okay.
And Candles is an acronym. I can't tell you exactly what it stands for, but it's survivors of the Holocaust.
Right.
Candles, especially twins. And she reached out and actually connected with 122 sets of twins after her liberation from Auschwitz. Survivors.
Wow.
She was able to contact a bunch of those folks. But anyway, fast forward. Eva was asked to speak at the University of Boston in 1979, I believe it was. And the people at the University of Boston asked if there was any way she could bring a Nazi physician with her. She said, I thought they were mad. Absolutely nuts.
First of all, are they still around?
But then she remembered during this documentary miniseries that NBC produced, she met a guy by the name of Hans Munch, who was a Nazi doctor at Auschwitz, and remembered meeting him. So Eva Core calls up Hans Munch and asks if he will meet her at Auschwitz and sign a document that he did participate in the gas chamber activity at Auschwitz. And he did. He agreed to meet with her. And she said he was such a gracious man, was very polite, and she was amazed at how gracious he was. Very apologetic, but a gentleman, absolute gentleman. After that meeting, they tape recorded this interview for the documentary, for her presentation at Boston University. And afterwards she said, I need to get him something, a gift, for being so gracious to me. And she said she shopped the store and couldn't come up with any idea to give him a gift for his being gracious and forgiving and so forth. So Eva decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a letter of forgiveness.
Letter of forgiveness.
To Hans Munch. And so she wrote that and gave it to Hans, and he said it was the most amazing thing that he ever received. But she said the letter that she presented to Hans was so liberating for her.
Really?
Because she said it was like a weight lifted off her shoulders. Not only did she forgive Hans Munch, she forgave Joseph Mengele, she forgave Hitler, but more importantly, she forgave her parents because her parents failed to protect her, and she wound up in Auschwitz. And then she forgave herself for hating her parents. So anyway, then she goes on to with this forgiveness project and how important it is to be able to forgive people. It's something that's so liberating, something that nobody can make you do, force you to do. It's something you have and only you can give it.
Well, that's incredible.
There was a fabulous story about forgiveness, and Eva Kor did speak here a few years ago in Florida.
Tell me about the trips to Auschwitz.
So she would get people together who were interested in history.
Sure.
And she would lead a tour every summer back to Poland, which is where Auschwitz is, and tour the camps and
tell them this happened
this
here.
This happened here, exactly. And try to with education to eliminate the prejudice and ignorance of people who actually deny that this ever happened. And so she would lead these groups every year. And she was on one of those tours on the 4th of July when she passed at age 85 and died of natural causes.
She was from Terre Haute, still lived in Terre Haute.
Still lived in Terre Haute. Her museum is still active and looks like it will continue to.
If you get the opportunity to get up there and visit, I was in Terre Haute yesterday, and I wish I'd known about it.
Well, it's an interesting place, and if you ever want to, just go online and just Candles is the name of the museum, the Candles Museum, just like it sounds, as in burning a candle, Terre Haute, Indiana, or just Google Eva Kor, K-O-R.
I'm guessing.
Very interesting lady.
I'm guessing since you know so much about this, you have made her, if not a subject of a column in the past, maybe in the future.
I have interviewed her twice, and I meant to say that earlier on in my discussion about her. I had the honor of interviewing her twice. The first time I interviewed her, I had read a little bit about her, and I was talking about her and her forgiveness project, and it was around Easter time. I think of Easter as forgiveness.
Yeah, sure.
And I said, this would be a perfect interview for Easter time, and I interviewed Eva Kor on the phone, and it's just, I was left speechless.
How do you tell the story?
I was left speechless.
Yeah.
She was a remarkable lady,
right,
and has no hatred in her heart.
Yeah.
And
of anybody who could or
should have. And like I say, she hated her parents. Then she had to forgive them. Then she had to forgive herself for hating her parents. So it's just a remarkable story.
What the second time? Why the second time?
The second time, I think it may have been because she was going to be speaking here.
Oh. Well,
but I interviewed her twice.
Well, I tell you, it's a phenomenal story, and it's certainly worth remembering the lady on her passing.
Sure,
that's for sure. So yeah, look online, Candles in Terre Haute, and find out more about that. Talking here with Len Wells, we're going to wrap things up here in a little bit as we might talk a little bit. We might have another story or two.
You don't know.
Is this story time?
It should be.
It'd be fun.
Kids, get on your kinder mats.
Kinder mat or yoga mat.
Yoga mat, yes.
We got the yoga mats going today.
And get you a bottle of. I'm rather fond of pina coladas. Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. Well, and Topo Grigio.
No. Don't get going on that. We'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details. At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest is Len Wells. He is the editor, interim editor. That's the thing.
Interim.
I wanted to make sure that I put interim in there.
Well, I appreciate that
because
that gives me an out. Gives me an out.
That's right. You may not want to. You don't want the full-time gig.
Oh gosh, no.
They've offered it to you.
They have.
And you.
I said that.
I don't mean to get into your busy life, your personal life.
I told him. I said $175,000 a year is not enough.
That's
just not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Leave the interim tag on.
Yeah,
I don't blame you a bit.
Right.
But you brought up Craig Berube and the St. Louis Blues.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I mean he's interim sometimes does come off. You do realize the coach was an interim.
Yes, I did. I did know that. Yes.
Okay. Well,
what was interesting to me was there weren't that many American players. So-and-so's from Russia, and he's from Canada. A lot of Canadians and Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
They actually one of their best American players they traded away a couple of years ago.
Really?
T.J. Oshie. Yeah, he was, and he played on the Americans in the Olympics.
Oh man, that was also a great match. The Olympics. Hockey, yeah, remember that?
Hey, we didn't talk about the what do you think of the women's U.S. national soccer team?
Rapinoe and that bunch.
Yeah,
exciting.
Rapinoe,
I watched the final match, and it was just exciting. 2-0, right?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0. Netherlands. Yeah, they beat
the Netherlands,
and then they beat France, and they beat everybody.
They beat all four. I mean,
they weren't undefeated.
If you're an established dominant, they were undefeated.
They were undefeated. Okay,
I thought they lost one match. And barely
no, it was hockey.
Upon.
They lost one match. Yeah,
barely scored upon. They went. It
was amazing.
They beat the number 2, number 3, number 4 teams, and then 2 or 3 others, and then scored more than anybody.
Hockey is very, very physical, but this soccer. They don't stop.
It's physical without pads.
Exactly.
Those women were hitting itself in the head and all that.
Oh yeah, you can't use your hands. All you can use your head and your feet, right?
Yeah.
In soccer.
Well, feet.
Except for the throwing in deal.
Yeah. Well, and if it bounces off your chest,
well, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm. But it's difficult I'm not going to do it. All right. Tell me about. You've been writing Uncle Skeet column for a little while.
Sure.
Tell me about what's new in the life of Uncle Skeet.
Skeet has been sick lately.
Oh no!
Yeah, he has fallen ill, and I'm
sorry.
I don't know if it's been going around up here in Florida or even your hometown of Fairfield. Is stomach flu? Has it been going around at all? Has it been?
It always seems to be going.
Seems
around.
like it. Well, anyway, Uncle Skeet. Oh man, he came down with a stomach flu. Terrible.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I mean he couldn't keep anything.
Usually like a day issue or something.
After a couple of days, he still.
Oh, it was more than one.
Oh, he couldn't keep down water, let alone a can of Sprite. He couldn't even
that's just
keep
terrible.
anything down.
Crackers. At that point, you can't even.
No.
You got to try to get something inside your body.
And I don't want to be.
healthier.
I don't want to sound gross, but he didn't know whether to sit on it or hug it. I mean, that's how bad it was.
Oh, that's just awful.
That's terrible.
That's-
So anyway, Skeet.
Please give him my best.
I will. He's recovered now. He's doing okay now,
Okay,
but
that's good.
for a while. So Skeet decided he needed to see a physician. He doesn't have a regular family doctor or anything like that. So Skeet decided to go to one of these. You see them in a strip mall. You see these doc in a box. They call them a doc in a box. A little clinic.
Sure.
That you'll see sometimes.
Yeah.
And, walk-in clinic.
Yeah.
They have weekend hours. So Skeet went to one of these walk-in clinics at a strip mall, and very nice doctor. And doctor said, well, this is going around. It's just something's going around. Said, I can't give you any pills because you won't be able to keep them down. So I'm going to prescribe you a compazine suppository. And compazine is something that will stop nausea right away.
Stops nausea.
Stops it right away. The
I
doctor
had no
said,
idea. Tell me about
compazine is typically used. It treats anxiety.
Really?
It can treat some psychotic problems, but
No kidding.
But typically anxiety, and it really can stop.
Anti-nausea.
It takes care of nausea and vomiting. Takes care of it. So anyway, Skeet went home, and then 2 days later, you're still throwing up.
Oh no!
Absolutely couldn't keep anything down. Scared to death. He was scared he was going to be dehydrated.
Well,
It could be fatal. So he said, "I ain't going back to that doctor."
Oh, that doctor clearly.
No, didn't know what he was doing. So Skeet goes to another one of these strip mall doctors. He walks in, and he sits down.
At some point, Skeet's going to have to go to
a real doctor. Well, not a real. They're all real doctors,
all real.
But a family doctor that knows his history. Yes. But no, he went to another.
He couldn't get in, maybe.
No, it was a weekend. He went to another walk-in clinic. One of those emergency places, or what do they call them? Urgent care. Urgent care.
To try to avoid that because I might try to sell to somebody.
Well, that's true. They do a great service.
They do a
wonderful service. So the doctor came in, and Skeet was sitting there. And Skeet, before the doctor could even ask him what his problem was, he picked up that box of compazine suppositories and shoved it in that doctor's face. He said, "The last doctor gave me these compazine suppositories. I might as well have shoved them up my hind end as much good as they did. And besides," he said, "they taste horrible." So with that said,
yeah,
the doctor told him that, "Well, I'm going to give you a shot. It'll make you feel better." He said, "A couple of."
The
doctor's pretty professional.
Doctor didn't dismiss him at all.
No. He said, "I'll give you a shot that'll settle this all down." And he said, "But I'm going to give you some advice." He said, "If you have any Preparation H suppositories at home, go ahead and throw them out." He said, "Because I just go ahead and throw them out." And he said, and one other thing he said.
Yeah, what?
He said, "I don't know what your hygiene habits are." He said, "But if you use any underarm deodorant, make sure you use a spray, and don't use one of these stick deodorants." He said, "Because I'm afraid what could happen. Because if you read the instructions on those stick deodorants, it said remove cap and shove up end." And I'm just So, Uncle Skeet's feeling so much better.
Usually, you turn.
Well, that's the newer ones. But the cheap ones, you push up, shove up the end, right? And remove cap and shove up the end. So poor Skeet, he's just not right. He's just not right.
I got to tell you, I think Skeet's got a malpractice lawsuit on the
he just didn't read
lack of instruction from the initial doctor.
Well, you knew he lost all his hair one time over a shampooing accident.
No, I didn't hear that.
Didn't know that?
No, you got about 40 seconds.
Well, anyway, he just followed the instruction. It says lather, rinse, repeat, and he had a big jug of Suave. He washed his hair probably 378 times. Lather, rinse, repeat. And it finally ran out, and his hair fell out as soon as the bottle ran out. Poor guy. He's just not right. Skeet.
Uncle Skeet.
Uncle Skeet.
Uncle Skeet's got real problems.
He's just not right.
Well,
It's been a joy being on this show today. It has. I hope I gave you a little laugh.
It's always a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to be here.
And I will get you here again as soon as possible. Probably, what do you think, 4 or 5 years from now? Thanks very
Once you
much.
get your license back.
Yeah, once I can get back on
FCC
TV.
gets the license.
Once I get back on TV. Hey, that's Len Wells. Thanks very much for watching. Read the Carmi Chronicle. Go get the Carmi Chronicle, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Read as much as you
They're
can.
cheap at half the price.
Thanks very much for watching. See you later.